I hope the diagram is visible to you as of now. It's 1007, 1005 and 1003. Okay, here it is 990, 992, 994. So the line that you've just written, by looking at the values, can you identify which pressure system is what? Namaku, can you tell me which pressure system is this one? Low or high? How did you identify this? By looking at the what? If you're a pilot, you're flying in Air India and you're flying a 777, okay? 777 de raha hu yaar, directly imagine. You're flying a 777 aircraft and or you don't help anyone. Okay, listen to me first. Guys, shh. It's for all of you, by the way. So, you're flying a 777 and that day, the person from the airline came, Namaku, and gave you the chart. Ma'am, here is your weather chart, surface pressure chart, sorry. Now you tell me. Now, how will you identify these pressure systems? By looking at what? First thing is very easy, by looking at what? Isobars. But what else? Values. So, if you look at this one, so out of these three, which one is the lowest? 990. That means, and if you're looking at the next isobar, it is increasing or decreasing? Increasing. So that means I have the lowest value first, and then outside if I'm going, the pressure is increasing. That means, but I have the lowest value, low pressure system here. Low pressure system. Because as I'm going outwards, pressure is starting to increase. Similarly, where is tell me this one. High pressure system. Very first one is very easy. By looking at the isobars, they are more widely spaced and U-shaped as compared to this one, right? And I have the highest value in the center. Highest value, high. Guys, this can be asked in your airline prep also when you give your airline interviews. So they give you I know that I can look at the isobar also and tell. But in the interview, they give me a chart in which all the isobars are similar, equal. But they tell you, they have the values on it, but they tell you, okay, tell me which one is high pressure or low pressure. So in my mind, if I have only the isobars, तो मैं फंस जाऊंगा ना वहाँ पे, then I'll be stuck because two of them are together and there's no change of shape because they give you a big chart and they tell me, Nishant, which one is this? What will I do? I'll look at the value. That, sir, I have the lowest value here in the center. So if I look at the outside isobars, they're increasing in values. That means I have a low pressure system here. And in this one, I look at the surroundings. I picked 1007 in the center. I've looked at the surroundings. Okay, pressure is now getting lowered as I'm going. That means I have the highest pressure here. So now I'll be able to tell the person that, sir, we have a high pressure system here. By looking at the values, I have the highest value in the center. And in low pressure system, I have the lowest value in the center. That is a low pressure system. Then I can differentiate. Sir, in low pressure system, we have convergence of air. We'll have stronger winds because isobars are more tightly packed. I'll have convergence of air. That means I'll have vertical formation of clouds, which will give me what? I'll have higher chances of encountering precipitation, which includes icing of the aircraft. Icing on the leading edges and on the windshield also, not on the fuselage. But in a high pressure system, sir, conditions will be calm. Why? Because the isobars here are more widely spaced. The air is not converging here, it is diverging. It is coming down. So that means it will be calmer. Winds will be calm. They will not be as strong as they were in low pressure system, and there will be no vertically developed clouds. If there will be any clouds, they will be more horizontally developed. Because why? And they ask me, okay, why not vertically developed clouds? Then I can tell them that, sir, because we have divergence of air. There is no convergence. Moisture, when it rises up, it takes form of cloud. But when diverging is happening, that means molecules are already in excess up there and they're coming down because they've gotten colder. So will I get vertically developed clouds? No, because the air is falling, it's expanding and falling. Okay, so divergence of air is happening. That means now moisture is not a problem because air has gotten colder. It's coming down, which will bring along what? Impurities. This is the reason why we have bad visibility in high pressure system. There's an instrument called AH, which is called as artificial horizon. Okay, artificial horizon. This you'll study in your navigation in instruments. But since he asked this topic, sun lo thoda. Artificial horizon is an instrument in your cockpit. Even the smallest aircraft in the world, even though it is not for flying and all, I mean it is for flying, but not for going far. Even that aircraft will have AH or artificial horizon. We also call it as AI, attitude indicator. This is to tell you This instrument is there to tell you what is the actual situation and position of your aircraft in the air. Because if the aircraft is flying straight and level, the instrument will also show as straight and level. This is the wing of the aircraft, okay? Guys, are you able to see? Okay. But if my aircraft is banked, this will also bank. It will go like this. If my aircraft is banked this side, this will also go like this. It will move. It has gyros. No, you guys don't know what gyros is. You guys know what gyroscope is, what a gyro is? So inside an instruments, there are gyroscopes. Okay. All these instruments, ASI, altimeter, DGI, artificial horizon, they work on gyroscopes. Gyroscopes has two properties, rigidity and precession. They work on that. Those who are engineers, those who have done a little bit of engineering. Who is an engineer here? Do you know about gyroscopes, how they work? Okay. So gyroscopes are the instruments which keeps these gyroscopes are the things which are keeping these instruments working. They are pneumatically driven, electrically driven. Pneumatic means by air, electric means by electrical power. So they are driven by different, older aircrafts have pneumatic driven gyroscopes, newer aircrafts have electrically driven gyroscopes. Electrically driven gyroscopes will have more rotor speed and they'll get more quickly aligned and they work faster. Most of you study navigation. But in bad visibility, if your visibility is poor, I know I can't see outside. By the way, Sangam, when you'll be flying in the clouds also, no, that time also you'll be looking at this only. Artificial horizon, that what is the situation of my aircraft inside the cloud or in poor visibility. Otherwise, तो आपको लगेगा, because as I told you in the last class also, body धोखा करती है आपके साथ. It will fool you. You will feel that you're flying straight and level, but aircraft might be inverted also. Illusions will be there flying inside the cloud or in bad visibility. That's why the golden rule is, whenever your visibility is bad or you're flying through, or you're flying at night or flying inside a cloud, switch to your instruments. That is the reason why you do instrument rating also. When you do your CPL, without instrument rating, you will never get a job. कोई लेगा ही नहीं. Instrument rating costs money. But the point of doing a CPL is with instrument rating. If you don't do it, then what is the point? Nobody will hire you. Because all airlines fly on IFR rules, instrument flight rules. So this is the instrument, Sangam, which helps you fly in bad visibility or in the clouds, understood? So if you're flying in the higher pressure system, in haze, suppose if you're flying in haze is basically, it limits your visibility, you can't look very far. Okay, very common during when the seasons are changing basically. When switching from summers to winters, when you're transitioning among seasons, that's when you have haze. In detail, we study about this in a topic called visibility, okay? So that is when you look at the instruments. Low pressure system, we have better surface visibility because air is converging, rising upwards, taking all the impurities, pollutants, smoke, everything along with it. But high pressure system, air is diverging, or we also call it as subsidence. It is coming down and visibility again will get poor. But winds will be calmer. You will have better flying conditions. Okay, overall. You can switch to your instruments. Alright, got it guys?